Hi, this is Kevin from Naples Lawn Service, and today we're going to go over how to upgrade your lights in your F-250 to LED. Okay, so we're going to switch from halogens to LEDs, and just to show you what a halogen looks like, I'll go ahead and turn this light on real quick. Okay, so your halogen is a little bit yellow colored, as you can see. And when I put in these LEDs, it's going to be bright white, and it's going to be much brighter than these halogens. And we'll show you before and after on this also. All right, and here's what we're going to use. This is for a 2024 Super Duty, and it's made by Sealight, and it's called Scope Arc LED lighting. And for this particular truck, you got to have this right here, H11, okay? And then you got your 9005. You got one set for your low beams, one set for your high beams. It comes a pack of 4. We already took 2 out. And then here's the other 2. So you got 2 high beams and 2 low beams all in this one LED light kit. I just want to show you the difference between your halogens and your LEDs. You see your halogens there on your left, and kind of gives off a different color light. And then you look at your LEDs here on the right, and that's a totally white light. So that's what the difference is when you're looking at the two and you're comparing the two. And you can see if they're shining on the door there, that left one, that LED, it puts off a lot brighter light than that right one with the halogen. This particular truck is a 2024 F-250 Super Duty, and I'll show you what other trucks I have put these on. And I know these are good because I put them on this 2018 F-250 and a couple years ago, and I also put them on that 2019 F-250 Super Duty. So I know these are good. They've already proved themselves to me. So now I'm adding them to the 2024 F-250 Super Duty. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is pop up your hood. Okay, so you're going to want to have one of these car trim remover tools. These aren't like under $10 on Amazon, but that's going to pop out these rivets because you got about 12 of these little plastic rivets, and you're going to pop them out like that and save them aside for reinstalling. So make sure you have one of these tools on hand. Okay, as you can see, you got one here, here, here. We already took out that one. Here, 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 here. So all of those got to come out. There's 12 of them. Okay, now those rivets are out. You're just going to lift this trim piece right off here, and you got to slide it around this little gadget too. Okay, so next you're going to take this grill off. You got to pop off this little cover right here to get to your 10mm bolt that's in there. And you got another one over here on this side. So you're going to pop that cover off to get your 10mm bolt to get your grill off. Okay, so you're going to need an impact wrench here and extension and 10mm socket. And that can go in there. Take that bolt off. Okay, and the same thing on the other side. And if they don't come out with your socket, they'll just fall out when you take that grill off. All right, you got to pull off this cover here next. This goes over top of your grill. And it's 10mm, so just going to pop that off there. And there's actually 4 of these along the front. So after you do those 4, then you're just going to pop these off here. And this is just a little snap rivet, is what it is. And there's another one right here. Okay, you pull on each corner. That's going to just pop right out of there. There goes one of your 10mm. All right, so once you do that, that whole grill should just come right out of there. Okay, so now you got the camera wire and the windshield sprayer tube for up here. You can leave those plugged in and just lean it like this, or you can go ahead and unplug those if you want and take the whole thing off. Okay, so we didn't let ours lean. We didn't unplug the wires. We just put a little zip tie up there to temporarily hold on to this grill until we get our assemblies out. All right, and you got to remove this headlight assembly. So we're going to go ahead and take off these two 10 millimeters that are right up top here. Okay. Yeah. Okay, here we are on the driver's side of the vehicle. This is a number 13 ratcheting wrench, and we're going to remove this. Okay, now on top of the headlight assembly, you're going to have a little tab you pull up like that, and that's going to start to release this headlight assembly for coming out. Okay, so to pull these lights out, you got to press down really hard and then pop them out, and they're not that easy. You are going to have to fight them a little bit, but it will come out. Okay, so after about 60 seconds, this thing will pull out of there, but it is going to fight you a little bit, so don't be surprised. Okay, now we're going to unplug these wires right here, just like that. And they have different sockets to them, so you can't really mess it up. But there's going to be 3 altogether. Now you can take this to your workbench to work on it. Okay, now you're going to pop off these 2 little rubber covers right here. That's how you're going to get in there to your light bulbs. Now some of these kits come with gloves and some don't come with gloves in the box. But if they don't, get yourself a pair of these cotton gloves, because you do not want to touch the LED bulb or even probably the halogen bulb with fingers with oil on them, because you can end up blowing the bulb. So we're going to go ahead and pop this old halogen out. It just twists to the left like that, comes right out. That's your old halogen. Okay, now you're going to push down this clip and then just pop that light bulb out of there like that. Okay, now on these clips, your low beam is your H11. And if you look inside the end of that clip there, you can see how the prongs are close together, and on the other one, the prongs are further apart. But you got your H11 for your low beam and the other bulbs for your high beam. All right, now on these trucks, your high beam is actually on the bottom and your low beam is on the top. All right, so now you're going to go ahead and snap in your new LED one. It should fit right in there, same as the other. Okay, you plugged it in. Now you're going to turn it in there and spin that thing to the right a little bit, and it should go right in. Okay, so like I said, H11 bulbs are for your low beam, and the 9005 are going to be for the high beam. And these are also known as HB3. Okay, now we're going to do the 9005 high beam. You're going to twist it to the left. That's going to pop out of there. And then you're going to unplug it. And that's your old halogens. And then we're going to put in the new LED. Okay, now you're going to put the 2 rubber covers back on. Now to reinstall that assembly, if you just hit this rubber here with some WD-40, it's going to make the sliding in a lot easier. Also, if you just hit this corner here, also with a little WD-40, that's going to help it all to slide in easier for you. All right, now we got to set it up on the bumper and just plug in your 3 matching plugs. Okay, now after about a minute or 2 of wrangling this thing just to the right position, it will snap in there, but it might take you a minute or 2 of shifting it around and working with it to try to get it in there. All right, now you're going to put your 13 millimeter back in down here with a ratcheting wrench. All right, now you got these 2 10 millimeters you got to put back in. Okay, now you're going to repeat the whole thing on this side to get this side done. Okay, now we're going to get this grill back on. We're going to cut this temporary tie strap that we had here. And don't let your grill fall down. And we're going to hang that grill back up there. All right, that just sets up top there, and then you're going to push in that bottom like so. And you can hear that snapping sound when you push that in there. So just all 4 corners, just make sure you got them all pushed in. You should hear a snapping sound, but you may not. Okay. All right, now you got 1 10 millimeter on each side of this bumper. So you're going to put those in. Now on the passenger side, 10 millimeter. All right, now you got the covers for those 10mm bolts that go in this grill. Just put it in there and give it a push. It's going to snap right in. Same thing on this side. Just like that. Okay, you got 4 10mm on to go in here next. We got 2 on each side. Passengers and drivers. Just like that. Okay, you got 2 of these snap rivets here. One is going to go here and one's going to go right there. Okay, next we're putting in this top cover piece right here. Okay, now we just got these 12 little snap rivets. It's going to go in here and all of these empty holes. Okay, now we're going to close up the hood and we'll turn them on and test them out. Okay, there you go. Now you can see these are much brighter. People are going to see you better and you're going to see the road better. And in the daytime, we run around with these things on just so we have a bigger presence coming down the road and people are less likely to pull out in front of you. So there's how you do it. That's how you get your LED lights. It's a nice upgrade. I highly recommend it. And if you want to subscribe, we're going to have a lot of F-250 videos coming out and a lot more lawn service videos. And if you want to hit the like button if you like it, that'd be great. And remember, in God we trust.